What's up everybody, my name is Vincent. Welcome to Cryptolution, where we talk about everything under the moon, the crypto universe. Today's Saturday, January 3rd. Now in today's dog video, I want to talk about why dog is up 50% over the past 24 hours. Now what I'm going to share with you in this specific video, I want you to control your emotions, put them aside, and only focus on data. Because data allows us to focus on what's really going on rather than falling for the narrative of, oh, we're heading to the moon and we're all FOMOing in. I think more likely data will help you understand the fundamentals of what you could see for dog Bitcoin in the next week, maybe in the next month, maybe even 2026. But let's cover why dog Bitcoin could possibly be pumping and what we're seeing in the charting analysis. So go ahead and smash up that like button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join us on X. Please be careful with any of the scammers down in the comments below. I'll never reach out via WhatsApp, Telegram, direct messaging, or email, so please be careful and invest safely. Guys and girls, let's get right into it. Okay, so dog right now is around 120 million market cap, or at least 125 at the time of this recording. So like I said, it's almost close to 15% in the past 24 hours. Now, when we're looking at Bitcoin's price, really nothing's changed with Bitcoin. It's still at 90,000. So when you look into the meme coin market sector, meme coins are actually doing quite well. In fact, dog Bitcoin has actually climbed its ranking at 238. But I want you to look at these other meme coins. Notice that most of the other meme coins haven't really pumped that much except for a few. Pippin, we know, is an insider traded token. Buldon is also an insider traded token. Then we also have another insider traded token such as Melania. And then there's Memecoin. Memecoin's another community-based token, also inspired by a TikTok meme. But dog Bitcoin is experiencing out of nowhere a 15% pump. And this has no insider trading. This has no insider allocations or token allocations for VCs or for team members for that matter. What's really interesting is that earlier this morning we saw that Gemini from their official account posted the Shiba Inu dog with the dog emoji. In the center it says look at the top left corner, and if you look at the top left corner it says look at the bottom right. Then on the bottom right it says look at the dog right ear, and then on the right ear it says I hope your bags pump soon. So this to me, who knows what it could be? Could it be something related to dog? Well, let's go ahead and click on the Grok icon. What does Grok say about this? It says the Gemini post features Shiba Inu's image with overlaid text urging viewers to look at the top left corner. By the way, teasing the addition of a dog, a Bitcoin Room meme coin, to their exchange lineup. Now I remind everybody that every chain has had a meme coin season. We're talking about Ethereum, Solana, BNB, even base meme coins. But we've never seen Bitcoin meme coin season, not just because of the lack of demand, but the lack of infrastructure. But now Bitcoin meme coins, aka runes, have exchanges like Kraken to remove that friction and allow any retail investor to buy in. So 2026 to me is now Bitcoin's turn to lead in the Bitcoin meme coin season, but also dog leading that as the first free and fair native meme coin on the most liquid chain out there. And this is why you see Bitcoin meme coin bundles doing really well on Kraken just based on their performance. They've outperformed every other bundle on their exchange. So that's really something that I think is very promising. Now let's get into charting analysis. Now what am I seeing in terms of the charting analysis? Right now dog is right now above the 50-day moving average line, which is the green line. That's very important. And as we'd see within the MACD, we're still in the seller's market, meaning we're still in seller's dominance, but it's getting weaker and weaker ever since August. And sooner or later, when we flip into the buyer's market, that could be a huge game changer. Now, I want to compare this to the past, because what does this signify what we could see in the month of January? Well, if we look in the past, we can see that there was one fake out, which was right around here. This is on June. This was during the time that dog was listed on Kraken. You can see that there was a slight pump, but there was a slight dump because after the June 27th listing, you can see that there was a little bit of a capitulation event, maybe people taking profit. So I wouldn't really focus on the dog price compared to what it was over here when the listing happened to where we are right now. It's more important to focus on what happened back over here in April. So in April, we saw the dog price surpass the 20-day and 50-day moving average line, catapult to around 560 million market cap. Now let's focus over here where we saw the exact same thing. Dog price went above the 20-day and 50-day moving average, and we hit a new all-time high market cap of around 999 million market cap. Then we saw the same thing back over here and the same thing back over here. So as you can see, this is what we're potentially seeing as of right now, which is this major breakout. Now, could there be any catalyst events that could send this going upwards even more? Well, it could be the Clarity Act, but right now meme coins seem to be taking a huge pump to the upside. So that's actually really something that I look forward to. So I went ahead and already switched the moving average to a 50-day to 200-day moving average line. This is the 50-day. This is the 200-day. Have you noticed that the dog price is now above the 50-day moving average line? That's actually very important. Now let's look into the past and why that's important. Because last time we saw that happen was right around here. And as you can see, that happened to very much positively reflect to the dog price. And it'll also happen right over here and right over here. As you can see, this is why the 50-day moving average line is actually really promising and why we're seeing the very early stages of what we could see for a dog Bitcoin price having a huge parabola event. That's just my personal opinion. But right now, as you can see, the dog price is looking pretty positive compared to the rest of the market. So surprisingly, at the end of this video, I just noticed that dog Bitcoin is now up around 130 million market cap. So now it's pumped up 22%. The ranking of dog has now flipped Memecoin and Melania just by the time I finished this video. And we're now within the top 200 ranking within CoinMarketCap, which I find very interesting. So to kind of close it off, the reason I share this video with you is because I really want you to put your emotions aside and just focus on the data. And the data says that right now, dog is closing off the day above the 50-day moving average line and above the 20-day moving average line. And also, if you look at the 50-day to 200-day moving average, you can see that the 200-day moving average line is falling down and the 50-day moving average is curving up as we've seen in the past. So hopefully this gives you a little bit of insight what we could see in the near future, but anything could happen. Listen, black swan events could occur at any moment in time, but also white swan events could happen at any point in time. So hopefully this information is helpful for you, but by supporting the channel, please smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join us on X to receive all of our alpha calls and updates regarding Dog of the Moon. Till then, see you guys girls next time.